Wentworth Park is about to get demolished. In its wake, sports fields. And today, we also learn that Mirvac has been awarded development rights over the old fish market site. 1,400 apartments going in there, plus busting open the promenade and a good bit of retail. Looking at the parkland space, we've got cricket fields, footy fields, basketball, maybe a bit of tennis in there as well. Smaller, more intimate park spaces can be used for all sorts of different things. We've also got native parkland areas, which will have creeks and ponds for the bird lovers. There'll be ducks here and on the cricket field. Multi-use festival space, day and night activity. Fantastic utilisation of our otherwise underutilised area. Now, if we pop up and get the all-seeing ibis view of the situation, you see the Wentworth Park here in the green. Up the top, you see the opening of the Waterway Walk and the pop-up park, which is sitting there now, and then it's always a bit dark under the motorway. They're going to try and put some plantings in there, make it more human scale. It'll start to look fantastic. Fish markets, hopefully opening end of Jan. They're doing the fit out in there at the moment. And the Mirvac site, the old fish markets. Tackling that from another angle, once again, Bank Street Park underneath the motorway there, the promenade being opened up beautifully. You got linkage all the way around the Bays Precinct. New fish markets, which we'll cover in a following video, and this is what Mirvac's up to on the old fish market site and then the future. One bit of commonality is these beautiful old historic warehouses, which you see sitting behind the park, and then that architectural concept being brought through to the podiums of the apartment towers. So your beautiful uniformity as you walk down the street, just don't expect the towers to match. And then if you do look up, views from the apartments are amazing, stunning. These are going to be big format apartments looking out towards the bay, multi-billion dollar chance for state government to earn a little bit of money back and pay for the new fish markets, which is a little bit blown out on budget. And on the backside of the development, facing the motorway and light rail, you're likely to see student housing, with partner Scape coming in to deliver that. I know, student housing in this locality? Yeah, when the base product is a 17 square metre unit, charged out at $700 a week, the average Sydney sider finds themselves outpriced by undergraduates. And in fairness, great location close to the university precincts. You'll also notice the towers are set back to maintain solar access to the park. What to do with the retail is really quite a difficult call, because you're cut off. The fish don't shop, and then on the other side you're cut off by the light rail and the motorway going through, so you've got a really small catchment, and it's all going to be resi. So these people are busy shopping during the evening, shopping during the weekend, but during the middle of the day you haven't got much going on. Sure, you've got 6 million people heading to the fish market, but they're heading to the fish market and those extremely good restaurants, they're not stopping by you. This is where the activation of Wentworth Park could really come in. Suggesting what might work well here is a cool casual brunch place. Also, think about a really good steak bar and a vegan option for those who don't with fish. Mirvac were first across the line, underbidders, Lendlease and Stocklands. Speaking of not quite getting there, it'd be greatly appreciated if just one more of you could give us a follow. Thanks. Those eagle-eyed city watchers would have noticed a couple of weeks ago there was a foreshadowing when the state government announced that they were spending $40 million rejigging Wentworth Park light rail stop, which wasn't really justified at the time, short of these larger announcements happening. So when's this all happening? In 2027, the lease that the greyhounds have on Wentworth Park ceases, and the land will get handed over to the City of Sydney to start to implement these changes. On the fish market site, the current fish markets are still operational. Everyone's working on their fit-outs in the new fish markets. Hopefully, in the next couple of months, we'll see a transition and move over to the new Majestic site. There's not necessarily going to be any affordable housing in the precinct. Rather, the developer's going to pay contributions towards funding 100 affordable dwellings elsewhere around the suburb. For the jewel in the crown, please check out our video on the Sydney fish markets, plus figuring out the transport options, which people are more than worried are a little undercooked.